Hey, it's Miss G, your favorite math teacher. Today we're cooking with Miss G and meatloaf is on the menu. This is what you'll need to make meatloaf. You'll need about 2 pounds of beef, 2 eggs, an onion, McCormick meatloaf seasoning, a half a cup of milk, breadcrumbs, and ketchup. Okay, I just washed my hands because you always need to start with clean hands. Okay, we're going to start with our beef. Now I've already went ahead and put it in a big bowl. I'm going to take my onion and I'm going to go ahead and chop it. Chop it down the middle so I have a flat surface, and then I chop it along the side. Be very careful not to cut your finger. My pieces are pretty small, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump those in. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my dry ingredients. So I'm going to add my meatloaf seasoning. By the way, the recipe's right on the back of the meatloaf seasoning packet. I just add an onion. And it calls for 1/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to pour these over the sink so I don't make a mess. And those don't have to be exact like when you're baking. Also, I'd like to point out, if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can use regular bread. When the boys were little and they wanted their crust cut off, I just popped them in a bag and put them in the freezer. And when I got ready to make meatloaf, I would just put them through a food processor and put them in my meatloaf. So if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can use regular bread, or you can use crackers like Ritz crackers, or sometimes I've even used Cheez-Its or saltine crackers. Anything will do, just something to help soak up extra fats. Okay, I'm gonna add my half a cup of milk. And I'm going to crack my eggs into this cup just so I can help watch for eggshells so I don't put them straight into my meatloaf. I'm going to grab a fork and just kind of give those a whirl, pour them straight in. Okay. Now here's the messy part. Make sure your hands are clean. Mine are, because I washed them right before I did this. And you're just going to work this together. I want to make sure that you get those onions dispersed and get all that seasoning dispersed through. Sometimes I like to fold mine in and out, kind of like bread dough, kneading bread dough, just to make sure I get it all incorporated really well. Meatloaf's one of those things that if you can throw it in there, it's probably going to be good no matter how you make it. I have seen people who put chopped up bell pepper in it, and I've eaten it with bell pepper and I like it that way too. But this is my boy's favorite recipe, so that's why I'm making this one. Okay, that looks like it's pretty well incorporated. So I'm gonna, now I don't mound my meatloaf up like some people do. I just put it flat in my pan. I just dump it in there. I'm going to flatten it out in my pan. While my oven is preheating to 350, I'm going to top it with ketchup. And I'm almost out of ketchup, so it'll probably take this whole bottle. I think I'll do it this way. I don't think that helped very much. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a spoon out of my drawer. And I'm just gonna kind of slather the top with the ketchup. Okay, as soon as my oven gets to 350, I'm gonna put my meatloaf in for about an hour. And when it comes out, I'll have to pour a little fat off of it. But other than that, it'll be done. Okay, it smells delicious in here. So we've got about 8 minutes left on our hour for our meatloaf. And I went ahead and made some potatoes. All I did was I cut up several potatoes and I boiled them. So I'm gonna pour the water off and I'm gonna whip up some mashed potatoes to go with our meatloaf. Okay, I'm just gonna add some butter. And I'm gonna add some mayonnaise. If you don't like mayonnaise, okay, we love mayonnaise, so we're gonna put mayonnaise in our mashed potatoes. I think it gets a lot of good flavoring to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and empty out that jar. Okay, I'm gonna get my potato masher, or tater smasher as we like to say around here. And I'm gonna just smash my potatoes.
Did you tell me it was mashed potatoes?
You like mashed potatoes, don't you?
I love all kinds of potatoes.
I know. I'm gonna hit it with some salt because I haven't salted them.
I put extra salt on mine.
I know, you like your salt, don't you?
Yep.
Those look good, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited about your favorite meatloaf?
Yeah.
Okay, we got our mashed potatoes mashed. Those look really good. Get a good shot of that. And I just cracked a can of green beans also. All I put in my green beans when I do them with a can is I just put some dried onions in it and a couple of bouillon cubes because I use 2 cans of green beans. So this is our finished product. Be careful when you pour the grease off of your meatloaf that you don't lose your meatloaf when you're pouring. So it's really slippery. Here it is plated up and meatloaf is what's for dinner.